get started, you're going to take your chunky yarn, they're in red, and then you're going to take your 5mm hook and you start by making a slip knot. Next, we're going to make chains, and you want to make the chains as long as you'd like the top to be, but make sure you leave enough room for making the edging. For my top, I chained 25. That was enough to cover my bust area and slightly below the bust. Next, you want to chain one, that will be your turning chain. Then we're going to be working half double crochets all across all the chains. So you want to work one half double crochet into each stitch. Once you get to the end, you're gonna chain one, counts as your turning chain, and then we're gonna be working half double crochets, but this time you want to work in the back loop only. So this is just going to make the skirt stretchier so that it fits the body perfectly. So go ahead and make your half double crochets into the back loop only, and be sure you maintain the stitch count. If you started with, like for me, I started with 25, a chain of 25, I need to make sure that I'm maintaining 25 stitches for every row that I'm making. So you don't need to reduce and you don't need to add any stitches for any row. So you will be repeating that until it is long enough to go around your bust after stretching. So now we're going to be working on the sleeves. Again, we start with a slip knot, and then you're going to make chains as long as you'd like the sleeve to be. And because this is an off shoulder and it still has edging both at the cuffs and at the upper part, so you want to make room for that. For me, I made a chain of 60. I'm of average height, so I think a chain of 60 is good enough, but you can make one depending on your size. Once you get to the end of your chain 60, you chain one, works as your turning chain, and then start working your half double crochets just like we did when working on the top. And you're gonna work one half double crochet into each stitch until you get to the end of the chains. Once you get to the end, chain one, turn your work. We're still working one half double crochet into each stitch in the back loop only for that ribbed effect, and also for that to make the sleeves stretchy as well. So go on ahead and work your half double crochets until you get to the end. Make sure you maintain your stitch count. You're not adding, you're not decreasing as well. And then you're just going to make it wide enough to go around your arm after stretching. So this is what mine looks like after I was done. Because I'm going to still stretch it out, this is enough for me because I have really slender arms. Then I'm just going to join so that it like forms around. Finally, for the skirt, again we're going to be repeating. You're just gonna start by making a slip knot, then you work your chains as long as you'd like the skirt to be. I made mine a chain of 35 because I just wanted it to get to my thigh, which was just the whole thing about the outfit, because it was supposed to be like a Baddie sort of outfit, so I just wanted it to be short. You can make yours longer, but leave room for the band of the skirt at the waist and then the white edging. The end, you chain 1 and then you work 1 half double crochet into each stitch. Make sure to maintain your stitch count. Once you get to the end of the row, chain 1, turn, work 1 half double crochet into each stitch all the way to the end, and you're just going to be repeating that until you get the desired width, meaning it goes around, it can go around your hips after stretching. For the waistband, I did mine with half double crochets. I made a chain of 6 and worked 1 half double crochet into each stitch in the back loop only, but I would recommend you watching my previous video on how to work the waistband for the skirt, because for this one I didn't really like how it turned out for mine, but since it fit I just used it, but it wasn't it didn't stretch very well. If I found it too tight, so please watch my previous video. I'm gonna make sure I title it so that you can easily find the section where I talk about the waistband. But if you want to use half double crochets for your waistband, you feel free to do so, it's also okay. So before we get started on the edging, make sure that you join all your pieces. Make sure you join the skirt together to form the round, because I think the edging works better after you've already made the skirt into a round, as well as the top, as well as the sleeves. So make sure you join them first and then you can start working on the edging. So we're going to start by joining the yarn, and then you're going to chain 2. That's going to count as 1 double crochet, and then you're going to work 1 double crochet into basically every stitch that you can find along the bottom of the skirt. The thing what you want to do is make sure that you don't make too many, such that the skirt is like flappy at the bottom, and you don't want to make it, you can make it kind of tighter at the bottom so that it like grabs your thighs better. So just make sure it like looks natural. Don't make it too many, don't make too many in between the rows, and don't make too little so that it scrunches up. I hope that you get what I mean. Once you get to the end, you just join using a slip stitch, and then you're going to chain 2. Now we're going to be working front post and back post double crochets. To do that, you want to take your hook and go in into the front and basically work around that double crochet you made, and the other one you go towards the back and work around the double crochet you made. So when you're working your double crochets, what forms are, you can see those like, I'll call them lines, and we call them posts. So what you want to do when you say the front post, you just bring that post to the front and work a double crochet like around it, and then for the back post you just use the needle to take the post backwards, and then you work a double crochet around it or on it, depending on how you view it, and you're going to be repeating that all around. So you're going to basically be alternating. you do a front post, then you work a back post, front post, back post, all around. Once you get to the end, it's okay to end with either, you can either end with a back post or a front post depending on your stitch count. You're going to join to the first stitch we made, and you're going to join with a slip stitch, then chain 2, and then now you're going to be working front post on the front post and back post on the back post. So where you had previously made a front post double crochet, you work a double crochet around over it or around it. Where you had made a back post double crochet, you work a back post double crochet around it. So you can watch the video to see how I did that. If anything is not clear, once again, please let me know in the comment section. And also, if it's helpful, please also let me know in the comment section. And so we're gonna be repeating that. I added just one more after this row. I added only one more row of this. So, but you can still add as many rows as you'd like, depending on how thick you'd like your edging to be. I didn't want mine to be too thick, so you can, just do you. So I went ahead and did that also for the edging of the off shoulder as well as for the cuffs of the sleeves. And I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was helpful. Hope to see you guys in the next upcoming videos, and have a great time. Bye.